easy, play it cute, play it right, and win the loot on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Hi, thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to Card Sharks. That poem was so good, I think it must have been sent in by the audience. Thank you. You're very kind. We are about to start the second game in our best 2 out of 3 match with 2 nice ladies, so let's get to the cards. Janice and Ann, if you will, load in the cards for the second game of this match while we meet today's Card Sharks. Sheila Lyons, thank you.
Jim.
Our champion. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
You're doing very well in the game.
Yes, I am.
You have won so far $6,700 in cash. Have you given any thought to what you'll do with the money?
Yes, my husband and I have been saving for quite some time to try and buy a house, and they keep going up higher in costs faster than we can save, so this is really going to be a big help.
That's good. Nice to hear. Nice to have you back, Sheila.
Thank you.
Our challenger, Maxine Slater. Hi, Maxine.
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Won't you remind us again about yourself?
Yes, I was born in Birmingham, England. I'm visiting from Canada, and I'm having a wonderful time in Los Angeles on the beach.
Good.
And I collect antique clothing.
Are you wearing antique clothing?
Yes, I have a 1940s silk blouse.
1940, that blouse?
Yes. Well, actually, it's 1930s. It's the end of 1930s.
Where do you find these goodies?
Well, I go rummaging in old junk stores and things like that, you know.
Sounds like fun. It looks good on you. Nice to have you here. Good luck to each of you. Each player has her own deck of 52 playing cards, shuffled and cut before we go on the air. Our champion Sheila will play the upper cards, the red cards. The challenger Maxine, the lower cards, the blue cards. The object of the game, to work your way across the board, predicting whether each card is higher or lower than the one that precedes it. Before you can begin calling high-low in the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question based on a poll of 100 people. We play the best 2 out of 3, and Maxine, the challenger, won the first game of the match, so the pressure's on the champion. She needs this game. Sheila, the question to you. We asked 100 men a ridiculous question. We often do. For $500, would you walk down Hollywood Boulevard wearing only a fig leaf? How many men said they would be willing to do it?
I don't think too many would. I can't feature my husband doing it. I'm going to go with about 27.
27 out of 100 men would be willing to walk down Hollywood Boulevard with a fig leaf for $500. Higher or lower?
Hollywood Boulevard, they might get attacked. I would say lower.
You say lower?
Yes.
That's funny. I saw 3 the other day. They thought they were going formal. You say lower. The actual number of men who for $500 would walk down Hollywood Boulevard wearing only a fig leaf is 31. It's not lower. Sheila.
Oh, let's go.
Sheila, you've got control of the board, and a look at your base card. It is a 2. It's a great card.
I will play it and call the next card higher.
Higher than a 2. It is a jack. Remember, you can freeze at any
I'm
time.
going to play it and call the next card lower.
Risking that card and this one lower than a jack? No, it's a king. It's not lower. You lose both cards back to the base card, and you give Maxine a chance to play an 8. Now, you didn't win the question. You cannot change it. You've got to play it, Maxine. Call the next card.
Okay, I think I'll go lower, please.
Lower than an 8. Yes, it's a 5.
I think I'll continue and I'll go higher, please.
Higher than a 5? No, it's another 5. That's not higher. It's the same, and you lose both of those cards. Janice will fill in the spaces. The next question goes to you, Maxine. We asked 100 women. Who would you rather change places with for a week? First Lady Rosalind Carter or Farrah Fawcett Majors? How many women said they would rather change places with Rosalind Carter?
Oh, that's hard. I wouldn't think too many because she has a lot of responsibilities, and Farrah Fawcett Majors had so much fun and a big smile too. So I think I'd say about 35.
35 would rather change places with Rosalind Carter than Farrah Fawcett Majors, Sheila.
I really think it's going to be lower.
Say lower.
Lower.
The actual number of women who would rather change places with Rosalind Carter than with Farrah Fawcett Majors is 44. It's not lower, Maxine.
I will change it.
Now you can change that 8 by winning the question, and you change it to a jack.
Oh, I'll go lower, please.
Lower than a jack.
Yes.
Yes, it's a 9.
I think I'll freeze freeze it, please.
And you'll freeze it. We'll move the freeze bar over. Can't take those cards away from you. That keeps Sheila away from her cards. Sheila, the question to you. We asked 100 men who are window washers on Manhattan skyscrapers. Be honest, are you afraid of heights? How many window washers said they were afraid of heights?
I just cannot feature anybody doing it that was afraid of heights. So I'm going to go with a low number and say 17.
17 window washers working on skyscrapers afraid of heights, Maxine. Higher or lower?
I think it depends if they look down or not, you know? And some of them may not always have to work on skyscrapers. I'd say a little bit higher. Not
Say
very much. But
higher
a little
than
bit
that?
higher.
The actual number of window washers who admitted they were afraid of heights is 11. Higher, Sheila. Oh, Sheila was right in the first place. You wouldn't get up there if you were afraid of it. You've got a 2, Sheila. You want to keep it?
Yes, I will keep it and call the next card higher.
Higher than a 2? It's a 10.
I'm going to freeze.
And you'll freeze. Setting up an interesting situation because we're at the fourth and final question. It's sudden death. Maxine and Sheila each need 3 cards to win. Control of the board, most important. This will decide it. Maxine, we asked 100 people in a studio audience, are you a dentist? How many people said they were dentists?
Oh, I think that would be quite a low number. I would say
5 dentists in our audience. What do you think, Sheila?
I agree that I think it's going to be low, but I think it'll be a little bit higher than 5.
You say higher. The actual number of people who were dentists is 1. Very much lower, not higher. Maxine. 1 dentist out there.
I'd like to-
And I've got a problem with a back molar if he's busy in a moment. Maxine, now, sudden death, you have a 9. You have the right to change
want
it.
to
Try to
change
turn
it.
these 3 cards over. But if you make a mistake, Sheila wins the game. However, you can force Sheila to play off the 10. She cannot change it. And she has to turn over these 3 cards, or it's your game. Your decision, Maxine. Play it or pass it.
I think I'll pass it.
You'll pass it.
I think so.
Sheila, the pressure's on now if you want to hang on to that championship. Maxine leads 1 game to nothing in the match. You must turn them all over or we have a new champion. You have a 10, call this.
I'm going to call it lower.
Lower than a 10. It is a 6. 1/3 of the way there.
I'm going to call it higher.
Higher than a 6? Yes, it's a 9. 1 more card to go.
I'm going to call it higher.
You're going higher, against the odds. If this is higher, we've got a tie match. If not, we have a new champion for the win. No, it's not higher. And Maxine wins the game in the match.
I agree with you, so do it.
Congratulations, Maxine. Sheila, you did very well.
Yes, I did, and I had a super time.
Thank you. That's very nice. You're leaving us with $6,700,
Yes.
Sheila. Good luck with the house.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Maxine, come on down here. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Are they watching you in Vancouver?
I hope so.
Well, I hope they watch you win a lot of money with the money cards coming up right after we take time out for this.
Are you laughing?
And we have a new champion, Maxine Slater, and $200 for winning the game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cards have been a little cold over there so far. What do you think?
Oh, I think I'm due for a good run. I really do.
That's the way to
Yes.
feel. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on up here, Maxine. Now that $200 you won in the game, yours to keep. We won't take that away from you. Now we've got a brand new deck, all shuffled and cut, and we've got new money for you to play with, and this time you're going to bet that money. We'll give you $200 on the bottom line and 3 cards to bet with. When you move up to the second level, we'll add another $200 of betting money. And again, your decision how you bet those cards. $50 minimum bets until you get to the top card, the big bet. There you must bet at least half the money. Good luck. I hope the cards are with you. Here's $200. And as in the game, a choice of 2 base cards, and we'll start with a 6. Do you want to play that or change it?
I think I'll change it, please.
Now, you must play this one,
Yes.
so I hope it's a good change.
I do.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
little better, a
a little
5.
better.
$200 and a 5, Maxine.
I will go 150, it's higher.
Big bet right off the bat.
Yes, sure.
$150.
It's
higher
higher.
than a 5?
Yes.
It is. It's a 10. Now you're up to $350, Maxine, and we're looking at a 10.
I will go $100. It's lower, please.
$100.
Yes, please.
Lower than a 10. No, it's a jack. Down to $250, but we have a jack now, a little better card.
Okay. I'm going to go 200. It's lower.
And again, a big bet.
$200.
$200. Lower than a jack. No, it's a king. Oh, those cards, but we move that king up and give you the other $200 of betting money. Maxine, you've got $250 now in a king.
I'm going to bet the whole thing it's lower. I am.
Come on, let's double it now. 4 cards to go. We can still add it up. $250. Lower than a king. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Very much lower. $500 and a 3, Maxine.
I'm going to bet $500. I'm going to go the whole thing that it's higher.
Absolutely nothing or $1,000. Higher than a 3. Yeah, it's a 9. You got $1,000 now, Maxine. With a 9.
I'm going to be more conservative, $100, that it's lower.
Love to see a deuce with that big bet coming up next. $100. Lower than a 9. Oh, no, it's an 8. You got the $100, but an 8 staring you in the face with a big bet. You must bet $550, Maxine. You can bet more. You have $1,100 and an 8. What's your big bet?
I'm just going to go half of it, and I'm going to go half of it that it's lower.
Your instinct tells you lower.
Yeah, just by looking at what's up there.
$550 lower than an 8. And an 8. 3. A respectable level. Very nicely done. Nice. 1650. Considering you busted, that's a great
Thank you,
comeback.
that's wonderful.
And with the $200 in the game, that's $1,850.
That's really tremendous.
And our new champion will meet a new challenger right after we take time out for this. Now we'll meet a new challenger, Maxine, so we'll load in the cards with 2 brand new decks of cards for this match. Here's our next player on Card Shark. Ron Higdon. Hi, Ron. Nice to meet you. That's nice. Wish you well there. Ron, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
I am currently in graduate school at UCLA working on my master's in epidemiology. And I have a couple of weird hobbies.
Now, wait, you have a weird occupation. First, what is epidemiology?
Epidemiology is the study of epidemics, or they're looking at infectious disease and disease patterns.
Oh, I thought it was studying the rear end or something. Well, that's epidermis.
A lot of people guess
I
skin.
see.
A lot of people, yeah.
And what are your unusual hobbies?
Well, I do magic. That's not too far gone. And then I raise exotic cactus, some pretty weird looking ones I graft together and things.
Oh,
I also play racquetball, racquetball fanatic, and I ski.
you're a busy man there, Ron. Nice to have you here with us.
Thank you very much.
Good luck in the match. You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Our champion, Maxine, plays the red cards, the upper cards. Maxine, we asked 100 people in yesterday's studio audience here at Card Sharks. Now, in all seriousness, do you think... Where did this question come from? I have not seen this question, friends. In all seriousness, do you think you could do a better job hosting Card Sharks than Jim Perry? How many of those 100 people said they could do a better job than Jim Perry? What do you think, Maxine?
I mean, this is awful. I don't know how to answer this with you standing
Well,
there.
does this look easy or hard to you?
Well, I think you do a wonderful job. And I would
You're a wonderful person, Maxine, yes.
And I don't think most of them would feel that they could do a better job than you.
Never
So I
mind.
would
What do you
say-
think?
But some of them have big egos, you see. So I would say about 25.
25. That many, huh, Maxine? Ron, what do you think? Higher or lower?
You are awful good at this. I think I'm going to have to go a little lower. I'm going to have to say a few less, say that you could do it, make it do it better.
Never have I been buttered up so much and shot down so fast in my entire life. Well, let's find out. They were nice people here. They were discerning. The answer should be 1. All right, the actual number of people who said they could do a better job than me is 5. Whoa, I like that, Ron.
Okay, good.
Don't speed me up, Jerry. Let me savor the moment. It was very low.
He's doing good.
Your base card is the jack.
I would love to keep that card, and I'm going to say that the next card is lower than the jack.
It is a 6.
I'm going to go one more, and I'm going to say higher than the 6. Higher than the 6.
Oh no, it's a 3. It's not higher, and you lose both of those cards. Maxine, you'll play off a 6. You can't change it.
Yes, I will go higher than that, please.
Higher than a 6.
Oh.
No, it's a 4. You could not advance. We'll fill in the spaces. And we go to the next question to you, Ron. We asked 100 men, if you could be invisible for one night, would you rather slip into Fort Knox or the dressing room at the Playboy Club? How many men said they'd rather slip into the dressing room at the Playboy Club?
Oh, that's an easy one. That's an easy one. I think most men would like to slip in for an evening in the Playboy Club. Let's see, 99. I'm going to say 85. 85 would like to.
85 would rather be in the Playboy dressing room than Fort Knox, Maxine.
I agree with him. The audience is saying higher, so I think I'll go higher.
Higher than that.
Well, I think I'll go with the audience.
The actual number of men who, if they were invisible, would rather slip into the dressing room at the Playboy Club than Fort Knox is 55. Not higher, Ron. Yeah. I'm rather surprised by that, Ron. I don't see how you can pinch a gold bar. Ron, we're looking at a jack. What do you want to do?
I'm going to keep that jack, and I'm going to say one more time, lower than the jack.
Lower than a jack. It is a 2, very much lower.
That is a fantastic card. I've got to go on. Higher than the 2, please. Higher than the 2.
Continuing higher than a 2. Oh, no, it's another 2. It's not higher. Wow, what a surprise. Maxine, call this.
Oh, I'm going to have to go higher.
Higher than a 6. It is an ace, very much higher.
Lower, please.
Lower than an ace. Yes, it's a
I'm
jack.
going again. I'm going to go lower, please.
She's continuing, risking those cards, and this one lower than a 10. Yes, it's a 5. Now.
I'm going to go. I might as well try it. I'm going to go higher.
All or nothing. You will be right back to your base card,
don't
or you'll
care.
have the first game of the match. Is it higher than a 5? Yes! Game number 1 with the champion with $100. Jonathan Goodson, I'll get you for that last question right now. Get a look at this commercial message. Game number 1 to the champion at $100. And Ron, we introduced you. We got you mixed with somebody else. What is your last name is Ron Fraziers, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I don't know how we got you mixed, but Ron Fraziers, is so nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad to be
We'll load in
here.
the cards now for the second game of the match. Sorry about that, Ron. And as we have the same 2 decks of cards, Maxine, the question to you. We polled 100 women and asked them, have you ever told a man you loved him when you really didn't? How many women admitted they had?
Oh, I think at certain times a lot of women have done that to boost egos and so on, and I would say about 75.
You ever done it, Maxine?
Yes, I have.
75. Ron, higher or lower?
Yes.
I agree with her. Girls are nice at times, in trouble, and they often do fib a little, but I would say it's a little bit higher.
Higher than that?
I'm going to say a little higher than 75.
The actual number of two-faced women who told a man they loved him when they really didn't is 27. No, it's not higher, Maxine. See how honest they are. Shame on you, Maxine.
Yeah.
You're looking at a queen.
I'll keep that, and I'm going to go lower, please.
Lower than a queen. It is a 5.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 5. Oh, no, it's another 5. That's not higher. Ron, a chance for you to play off a 7. Can't change it.
Can't change it. I'm going to have to go with the odds and say higher than the 7, please, Jim.
Higher than a 7. No, it's a 4. It's not higher. And we'll fill in the spaces there as we go to the next question. And this question goes to you, Ron. We polled 100 men and asked them, have you ever told a woman you loved her when you really didn't? How many men admitted they had?
You know, I don't know if men are more likely to fib or not than women. I'd say they tend to be a little cooler. I'm going to say it's 65.
65. Maxine, higher or lower?
I think it's lower because I think men aren't that way.
You say lower. It was 27 women, as I recall.
Yes.
The actual number of two-faced men who told a woman they love her when they really didn't is 37. It's lower. Maxine, yeah. And more men than women. Well, they were just being polite. Maxine, we're looking at a queen.
I'll keep the queen, and I'll go lower, please.
Lower than a queen. Yes, it's a 7.
I'm going to freeze on this.
And you'll freeze it right there. So you don't give Ron a chance to play his cards.
Right.
Maxine leads 1-0. Ron needs this game, and right now we need to take time out for this commercial message, or we're in trouble. They told me just a fast bye-bye, so Mr. and Mrs. Fast, bye-bye.
A representative of the studio audience will receive American Electric's kitchen appliances, including the work-saving American food processor. It cuts, shreds, chops, pares, slices, blends, grinds, and grates. It can turn a cook into a chef, furnished by American Electric Corporation. And some of our contestants will receive Billy the Kid fashion coordinates for boys of all ages, from toddlers to teens. Billy the Kid's boys wear, available in all leading stores. And from Gallery of Homes, a book on home improvements. Gallery of Homes brokers, if you're selling or buying a home, you'll find they do their homework. And long-lasting DuPont Lucite paint, custom blended in a rainbow of more than 1,000 colors for inside or outside your home. Top sealing Lucite goes on easy, looks great. And a supply of Yardley Old English lavender soap doesn't just lather up. Lavender up with Yardley and give yourself a lavender lip. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.